Good morning. Today I'm going to show you guys how to upload photos using Adobe Bridge. Many computers have built-in card readers, some do not. Your card reader does not work if it has a little orange tabby over top of the card slot, so don't even bother removing that and moving it around. If you do not have a built-in card reader or your card reader does not work, then there are some portable card readers in a shoebox in the top left cabinet, the top left of the green cabinet. Whenever you insert your SD card, this autoplay screen should come up. If you do not have this screen, then there is a problem with your card reader or user error. SD cards do not go all the way into the computer. They go in about a quarter of the way and then stop, so don't try to shove them in there. And you can remove them simply by pulling them out. You do not need to press them in to release them like you do in the cameras. Once you have this screen, click on Download Images, and it's going to give you either a standard or advanced load menu. This is the advanced dialog. We're going to start with standard. You'll have where the pictures are coming from, how many pictures you have on the SD card, and the location. There should never, ever, 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 ever be a C right here. There should always be S. In order to get that S, you are going to go to Browse. On the left, you're going to go down to Student Shared, Extracurricular, Yearbook, PJ1, 2Y, and this time we're going to Student Folders. Student Folders is where you are going to save all of your work. So select Student Folder. We are now going to make a subfolder with your name on it. So where it says Create Subfolders and says Custom Name, you can change that it says Custom Name by hitting the down triangle next to Custom Name, or just clicking inside of Custom Name. Or yours might say something different. Yours might say Shot Date. Select Custom Name, and then this should be your name. Not my name, your name. You will then need to rename the files. This also should be Custom Name. Here is our naming convention. It is first initial, first two initials of your last name. If this is confusing to you, just go ahead and do your last name, first initial. Either way is fine. Just be consistent for this assignment. Underscore. The underscore is above the P. And then type in whatever the activity is. This is going to be camera lab underscore. You then have a preview of what your file names will look like. If you have extra pictures on here, you're probably downloading about 60 photos, between 30 and 60. You don't need 346. You can select Advanced Dialog, find the photographs that you want. So I'm going to uncheck all and say I just want these tailgating pictures. Find my first tailgating picture. Find my last tailgating picture. Hold the Shift key down. I'm not quite there yet. Hold the Shift key down. We'll select all photos between the first and the last one. So if I shift right there, and every single one of those ones between the first click and the last click is now blue. If I click on the checkbox for any of them, then all 222 of those pictures are selected, and I can select Get Media. When you click on Get Media, it's going to give you your upload screen, and I'm actually going to stop mine. So I'm going to stop it right there. Don't stop yours. And once you have uploaded, Bridge will close out for half a second, and then it should open up the folder in which those pictures were saved. Here we go. What you need to do is click on the photo. On the right-hand side, you are going to see what the camera settings were. We have our f-stop for aperture, our fraction for our shutter speed, and our ISO settings as well. As you go through, you'll also the camera data on the right. You'll also see white balance. Whatever is written there is what I want you to call that one. And then metering mode should be where you see your lights for when you're doing the other white balance, like what the setting was. You will need to rename each photo based on the instructions on the handout sheet. To do so, right-click, click on Rename, leave the first bit, and then say, this is aperture, if I spell it properly, 4.5. Do not put a period in there. Do not put the period in for 4.5. It will corrupt the image. As you continue to work, make sure each file is correctly labeled. If you need to retake additional photos, you absolutely can. That is 1000% permissible and probably necessary. If you do not have Bridge open on your computer, if you did not upload yourself, you are going to need to go down to the Start menu, which is over here on the left, and click on All Programs and Files. Go find Adobe Design Web Premium CS6, and then select one of the Adobe Bridges, and that will open it up for you. At that point, you can search around. You can go just like you would for any other Windows program: Computer, Student Shared, Extracurricular, Yearbook, PJ1, 2Y, Student Folders. Find the person who has your pictures and rename the pictures in their folder. Next class will have you move them into your own. Make sure you know who has which pictures. Make sure you have all the pictures taken you need to have taken, and I will see you guys on Friday.